Well, first of all, congratulations to Tennessee. Very good football team. I thought Hooker, the quarterback that came in and played outstanding. He played well last week in the game. He came in and did some nice things. I'm very proud of our Golden Eagle team, their effort. Played hard. The biggest challenge that, I gave our team. I said, we're going to play with Golden Eagle pride. We're going to play hard. We're going to play all 4 quarters. We're going to give great effort. We're going to stay competitive. We're going to compete, every play. And I thought our guys did that. Defensively early on, I couldn't have been more pleased. They made some stops. We actually played well third down defense. Our issue was fourth down defense a few times in the first half. They converted some fourth downs to keep drives alive. We did have a big fourth down stop. We caused a fumble, returned the fumble down deep into their territory. We had a couple scoring opportunities with a short field in the first half and wasn't able to get any points out of that. I think any type of, even a field goal there early in the game would have been a big momentum thing, for us and our football team. We came out the second half and we did some things you cannot do. You can't turn the football over, the way that we did. And again, that's something we've done 3 games in a row is turn the football over deep in our territory and give, any kind of football team a short field is always going to be tough, but I thought our guys were excited to play. They were prepared to play. They came in and played hard. They played with good effort. We just didn't play well enough to win the football game. And that's whether it be against University of Tennessee or, a whole lot of opponents. Okay. We didn't play well enough at times to do that, but they put a lot of pressure on. We missed a lot of tackles. A lot of that was to their ability. They had, quarterback is big. We had several chances to make some tackles for loss, and let him slip out. We missed a few tackles on the perimeter, but we knew that going in. They put a lot of pressure on you offensively to tackle in space. And again, I thought our guys got up, responded well. I was really proud of Drew Martin coming in the second half. Drew's a 5th-year senior on our team who's been here. It's his first game action ever. And so I thought he did a great job coming in and playing and leading our offense in the second half. I was really proud of him. But again, the Golden Eagles, we start conference play next week, just like the University of Tennessee does. And, we'll take everything we can take from this game and press on and move forward.
We'll start with Ben with any questions, but if anyone else has any other questions, message me and I'll call on them.
Coach, you had 2 opportunities. You had an opportunity in the first half, opportunity in the second half. What talk me through those and what kind of led to those opportunities not really ending up in a score? Well,
we just weren't able to execute some things we needed to, or, had a penalty or something that negated something. We had that, a few times where we, had a big play. We had the ball deep in our territory there one time and had a penalty that negated that opportunity, so, some of that still offensively, it is more what we're doing to us than what the other team is doing. We're still our own worst enemy. We still are, just trying to get some continuity and get some flow offensively. They were very good up front. We were really thin offensive line wise coming into this game. We've had some interior guys that were out. We were missing 3 of our, interior guys, including our starting center in this game. And that matchup wise, Booker is an outstanding player. There's not a better defensive lineman in the country than number 94. He is an outstanding player. And so just, we never could really get anything going run game in this game other than trying to run the quarterback and spread them out. But, had an opportunity there to convert. We just weren't able to. We weren't able to make the plays when we needed to. We had a nice catch, but then I think they stripped us of the ball. We didn't have possession of it, so there were some opportunities that we just didn't take advantage of. We did have the field goal opportunity. We missed it. And, so I don't know if it was anything other than, more what we did to us than what the Tennessee defense did to us.
Next question is Noah Taylor from the Maryville Daily Times.
Hey, Coach. Obviously, you've got, I think, 3 or 4 guys on your team that are from Blount County here in East Tennessee. Can you just talk a little bit about the opportunity it was for them to be from this area and be able to play inside Neyland Stadium today?
It was a great opportunity. I sent Tavin Kilpatrick, who's from Green, back out for the coin toss. Tavin's got an injury and not able to play this season. He's been an outstanding player for us in the past. Xavier Washington played at Knox Central. Ashton Maples played at Maryville. Tanner Shiver played at Maryville. Bryson Garrett played at Knoxville Carnes. Jack Warwick played at Alcoa High School. So all of those guys obviously getting to come here and to play. And really for all of our guys here in the state of Tennessee or even the surrounding area, this something was very special for them today to get the opportunity to come and to do that. And our guys were excited, and it was a neat opportunity for them and their families as well.
And then for Jack, I hear he's present in the room there. What was that like for you to play in there today. Can you kind of describe that feeling of running onto the field? And did you kind of grow up a Tennessee fan and dream of playing in here?
Yeah, I was growing up, we used to tailgate a lot, and Dad knew somebody, he could get us on the field and stuff for the game. So it was really cool to come back and run out of that tunnel and just see everybody yelling and hollering. So that was kind of like a childhood dream for me.
Ben has a question for Cam.
Hey, Cam, I know it wasn't quite the desired result out there today, but it must have been pretty special to get that fumble recovery and take that back. Just tell us about how special it was to get that fumble recovery.
Man, I think it was really special to me. I seen my teammate, Javion, when I seen the ball pop out, the only thing I was thinking, just pick it up. I seen a lot of green. I was trying to go for the score, man, but it didn't work the way I wanted it to work. But it was special for me to get a turnover like that for my teammates. I feel like I got the sideline really hyped. It was just a great moment.
Ben has a question. Excuse me. Noah has a question for Jack.
Yeah, Jack, again, obviously you got teammates that are at Tennessee Tech now that you played against in high school or are from the area as well. How much has that helped you just having guys? I know you didn't play with them on the same team in high school, but now being from the same area, how much does that help you in your transition to college? And are you really close with those guys that are from Maryville and Greenback?
Oh, yeah. It helped me a lot because when I got here, Tavin was here, and he's just somebody that I could talk to. And we didn't really know each other in high school, but that common being from Blount County brought us together and pretty strong. And just same with Ashton and Tanner coming from Maryville. We had a lot in common being back from Blount County. So that's really helped us, grow stronger.
And if it's all right, I'll ask Coach as well. Can you just describe the talent in East Tennessee and recruiting this area and really what this area kind of brings, and also what Jack kind of brings to the team as well for you guys?
Jack brings, Jack is his older brother, Jake, played here. His granddad, Lonnie Warwick, is a Hall of Fame player and played for the Purple People Eaters in the NFL, so there's a long lineage of Tennessee Tech in the Warwick family. And obviously we've had a lot of Alcoa players on our team here over the last, 8 or 10 years. Obviously an outstanding program. We've had guys from there, but we certainly recruit all areas of the state, but East Tennessee has very good talent. And, we did a football camp here this summer. We had over almost 200 kids at the camp. We come to East Tennessee to do a camp. We spend a lot of time in this area recruiting and have some good recruiting connections here. And we'll always continue to do that. Right now, our roster of 105 players, over 60 of our players are from the state of Tennessee. So, I think you can build a really good football program by recruiting the state and then supplementing it just by the surrounding areas. One thing I will add real quick is that from the get-go, University of Tennessee treated us first class. They really did. I mean, everything about this coming here to play, they treated us first class, from how they handled the walkthrough to how they communicated with us coming up to the game, how they, was treated here during the whole time that we were here. Everybody was first class, and Coach Heupel and his staff were first class to us the whole way and very gracious after the game. So I just want to point that out. I think that needs to be mentioned.
Then Jack, last thing for you, did you have family and friends here today? And just kind of back to the first question I asked you, what was it like being able to play in front of them and have them here today?
Oh, that was I had a lot of family and a lot of my friends came in. That was the first time they really got to see me play since high school. And a lot of them were buddies I played with in high school. So it was really cool for me for them to all come back. And like when we ran off the field, they were all hanging over the edge, hollering and yelling. So that was really cool for me.
Okay, Craig has questions for Seth and Coach.
All right, Seth. Man, talk to me. I know you guys have played, in some larger venues, Utah State and Ohio earlier in your career. But where does playing in Neyland, where does it stack up as far as all the places that you've been to so far?
It was definitely a cool trip. Just being from Tennessee. I was never necessarily a fan of one school, but I got to come to a few games just as a kid. To just, experience the atmosphere. I think the whole team, anytime you get an opportunity like this, all of our guys were really excited. And I feel like that showed, especially at the beginning of the ball game, we come out and make some plays. But as Coach alluded to, we just had to make the big ones and keep them from making the big ones. But it was a good experience. There's a lot we can learn from this. Obviously, not what we came here to do and not the outcome. But there's definitely a lot we can take and grow from this season to get it done in the OVC, and that's what we're going to do.
Right. You talk about, you've been here, growing up and stuff. Any memories that you have from being in Neyland Stadium over the years?
Like I said, I didn't get to make it to just a ton of games, but it was, I got to come a few times as a kid, and it was a really neat experience. I got to come with one of my best friends in high school. His family always had season tickets. So I can't really speak as much as probably Jack or other guys that live close could, but it was definitely a neat experience.
Sure. Coach Alexander, Seth obviously has gone from a guy who has transitioned from a young guy trying to get on the field to a guy who is kind of a pillar of your defensive unit. Talk to me about his progression and his maturity as a football player, if you would.
Well, Seth was a tremendous quarterback, in high school. And I'd recruited Seth whenever I was an assistant coach at East Tennessee State University. Had brought him up to a camp there. And then when I got the head coaching job at Tennessee Tech, we went right in one of the first guys I went to see, to recruit. And the thing that's always stood out about Seth, and the reason he's such a good football player, is he's always a leader and a young man of character. He was a leader at his school. You go to his school, you visit with his coach, and you visit with all the people there in the faculty, and they go, "Hey, are you here to talk to Seth Carlisle? He is one of the best young men that we've ever had come to school here." And that's what he's done at Tennessee Tech. That's the reason he's progressed. He works so hard. He's so coachable. He's just a first-class young man. He on the field, off the field. He does community service academically. He's a 3.7 student. He's all of those things. He works hard, and he represents Tennessee Tech and what Tennessee Tech is all about, as good as anybody we could ask for.
Kind of similar question for you. What's the evolution been like for you, man? Trying to get on the field as a young guy and now being a veteran guy, trying to lead a lot of those younger guys who are now on the field.
It's definitely different, from going from being a freshman and as you mentioned, just trying to get on the field any way you could, to now being the guy that people, as an older guy, people look to for that motivation. I've never been a big rah guy or a big speech kind of guy. So really all I look to do every day in practice and at camp is just in the weight room, just carry myself in a way that lets other people know how to do things the right way. I know other guys are looking and some guys are still trying, even though we're in the season now, they're still trying to figure out how everything works. So just trying to carry myself in a way every day to let people know how things are supposed to be done. And that keeps me held accountable as well. And knowing I have to do that every day if I expect them to progress and be the best they can be.
I know it was asked to one of the other guys a few moments ago, but did you have a lot of family and friends here today? You got a lot of people?
I didn't hear what he said.
I did not hear that.
Did you have a lot of family and friends here today?
Yes, I did. I know I had a lot of people text me yesterday and just first thing this morning, just wishing me good luck. People from back home and people from Cookville. Obviously, my family got to come and, it was great to have them here. Wish we could have put on a better show for them, but, I think we went out and played with energy and, just didn't get the job done at the end of the day.
Sure. Last thing, Seth, obviously, it's a tough stretch here to start the year for you guys, but how do you guys handle this? How do you get refocused for Eastern Illinois next week?
Really just the same as we do every week. We got to take, Coach alluded to it earlier, it wasn't necessarily they're a good football team and not to take anything from them. But it was really just and the way it's been these first three games, the stuff we're doing to ourselves, speaking from the defense's side of the ball, we got to make tackles. We can't have missed tackles and we got to limit the big plays. Today we were able to get a turnover and create a big play on defense. But at the end of the day, if we're not, making tackles and executing the game plan, that's how you get it done. And that's just the things we got to do better. It's small things, but at the same time, those small things add up and, we're so close. We got good game plans going into the games. We just got to execute them better as players. And, it's really that simple. It's just stuff we got to get done. It's stuff that we learn, day one of camp, and we just got to be more consistent in doing that.
Gentlemen, thank you.
All right. Thank you, guys. And we'll see you next Saturday against Eastern Illinois.
Thank you.